a very important role as ambassadors for their wild counterparts.
Yeah, now we've asked one of our animal ambassadors to join us today in the Coliseum to show you all just how easy it can be to make a positive change for the environment.
That's right. Unfortunately, plastic pollution causes a massive threat to our native wildlife and to their habitats. But we can all make a difference just by making some smart choices with our rubbish.
Yeah, with amazing initiatives like Containers for Change, you can be sure that your empties are not
Put your bloody phone on. Just Mr. Bird dropping rubbish in.
Here's how easy it is to pop the appropriate
You drop rubbish in the bin.
Yeah, now we have multiple collection points all around the zoo today, so you can start to make that positive change right here today.
And don't forget to continue your conservation efforts by collecting and recycling those empties outside the zoo as well.
And hey, if our birds can do it, so can you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Keto!
That puts me in such a good mood. And you're in a good mood too. So I think we should start giving away some free stuff. Does anyone here like free stuff?
We're all bloody excited now. We all love free stuff, but we all know it's never truly free. And hey, we actually have our amazing friends from NBC Universal that have given us 2 prize packs from the Jurassic World Rebirth that we're going to give away today. But I think we need to make the audience work a little bit for these prize packs. They're pretty cool. So I'm thinking, since we're in a zoo, we should do animal impersonations.
I like it. Well, since you do have 2 prize packs, why don't we split the contest in half?
Okay, let's go straight down the middle here. Everyone on this side is now number 1.
Alrighty as well then. Everyone on this side, you're group number 2.
Alright, number 1. We're going to go first. Plus, let's get some inspiration. Tiara, what should group number 1 impersonate today?
Okay, let's make it a bit of a theme. We can have some, oh, yes. Whoa. I think he said he's pretty excited for our animal impersonations. Yeah, right? Alright. Well, you know what, let's go for a bird theme. So you can be a kookaburra, get those sounds out. You could be a chicken, even.
Oh, creative. Okay, group number 1, the audience chose this one, I feel. So we're going to go for birds. You can be any bird of any kind, but you know what? You have to stand out. Just stand out so I can spot you for this prize. Birds on 3, 2, 1,
I love it, but I don't think I can go past the whole family that was involved there. In the blue shirt, the light blue shirt, yeah, that was incredible. It was really intricate too. But to truly earn this prize pack, can you all stand up, please? Now, you need to do that one more time for the entire Crocodile Star. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, the group of birds, I don't know what's going on there, but that was really good. I love it. There is a prize pack heading your way. Yeah, nice work. Alright, group number 2, it is our turn. I think we should go for something a little different. So, Jen, what would you like to see?
I like the theme idea because I like to see everyone's fabrication through it.
We take
Oh, is that it? You're joking.
We'll be present for you all. We sure will. But now is the perfect time to pay tribute to the man himself, Steve Irwin! We are now in competition with group number 2 over there. And on the count of 3, I want to see every single one of you jump up and sing, throw your thumbs in the air, and I want to hear your loudest and your proudest argument in your team.
That's what I'm here for.
And then they're going to try to it's your group number 2. Now, we are pretty competitive, and to be fair, maybe we should be the judge. Yeah.
We can only imagine.
Undercover area. Does anyone want to be our judge today? Yes. Alright, we can have a double judge. Okay. Your job is really easy. You just have to listen to the competition and then keep the loudest side. Should be pretty easy. Yeah. I think they're good at this. Alright, group number 1, we're up first. Your loudest and proudest crikey on 3, 2, 1.
You have it correct, did you?
I think we can do better than that. We're going for your loudest and proudest crikey on 3, 2, Now, for number 1, that was a good effort, but unfortunately we have lost today. So what I'll just need you to do is pop on up for me, grab your belongings, you guys can grab Jen and leave. Whoa! Kira, that's rude. Group number 1, do you want to leave?
No!
No. Did you come here to see some wildlife?
Yes!
Yes, guys, they're not going anywhere. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Australia News Wildlife Warriors. Thank you all very much.
We ask that you please remain seated at all times. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Australia Zoo. From here, where you're sitting in the Crocodile, we want you to learn and appreciate how gorgeous crocodiles really are. You'll be looking at one of the most ancient animals on the face of the earth, and it's our responsibility to make sure that crocodilians survive for another 60 million years. So don't forget, crocs rule here at Australia Zoo, here at the Crocodile. Woo! Come with me, share it with me, share my wildlife with me, because humans want to save things that they love. My job, my mission, the reason I've been put onto this planet is to save wildlife. And I thank you for coming with me. Yeah, let's get it.
G'day and welcome to Wildlife Warriors! Wildlife and conservation. It is thanks to Steve Irwin and some gorgeous animals all around the world. These animals flying over your heads are the claws. Native to Central and South America, these colorful characters get pretty hard to miss. species are just like our superfoods, meaning unfortunately, because of their beauty, people steal them from their forest homes to be sold as pets. When you come to eat their flying fruit, they're always saying no to the illegal wildlife trade. And trust us, folks, you do not want a pet bird that could live up to be 100 years old, but will forever remain as hyperactive as a fun-loving child.
The toys going inside.
All the remarkable reptiles joining you today were some of Steve's favourites. There are so many different species of reptiles, from lizards to tortoises, snakes to crocodilians.
Where's the snake?
Species have so many similarities. Australia is home to the most species of reptile compared to any other country, and we have the most venomous snake in the entire world, the inland pipeline. But don't worry, the snakes joining you today, they're the non-venomous variety, and you'll notice they're feeling really comfortable around people. That's because they've grown up here at Australia Zoo. It is always important to be cautious around snakes, as you can never be sure that a snake is non-venomous. Yeah, identifying if a snake is venomous or not can be difficult. I know, I find it challenging. Me too. And if a snake is feeling cornered or threatened, the only way they can protect themselves is to bite. So it makes sense we hear most people get bitten whilst they're trying to catch or even worse, kill a snake. Yeah, but fortunately, the first aid for an Australian snake bite is extremely easy and effective. If you or one of your mates was ever unlucky enough to be bitten by an Aussie snake, there is just one thing that will come in handy. That is a compression bandage. If you were to ever find yourself without one, make sure that you use a piece of fabric or even a towel as a last resort, but always using the same method as that bandage. Yeah, now, I don't think there's anyone better to show us that method other than Steve and Terry.
Here in Australia, we've got a technique that we use if you get bitten by a snake. It's very successful. Here's a snake right now, right there. Okay, it's the dirty work snake. Why are you nervous? It's bit me right on the head. Right there. Terry! I've been bitten by a snake.
What kind of snake?
A rat snake. Highly venomous rat snake. There it is right there.
Be calm.
Be calm. The rat snake. The rat snake's still there.
You might play down.
Okay, wait me up. No, you see where the fan marks are?
Yes, I can see the fang marks. I have a pressure bandage, so
I'm gonna go.
No, you must lay down and be calm. No, you won't die if you are calm. I'm putting the pressure bandage on.
Okay.
Does it kind of hurt because it's really going on tight?
Yeah, it's a little bit tight.
Okay, don't cry.
I'll try hard.
Okay, pressure bandage is going on all the way up the limb. Do you know why we put the pressure bandage on?
No.
Because the venom goes into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system processes the venom through your whole body. So, if you put the pressure bandage on, it keeps the venom in your arm, which can't kill you. But if it goes through your whole body, then you will be doomed.
You're doomed.
Yes.
But a rat snake?
Yes, but stay calm and I will save you.
Okay.
Okay, are you being calm?
I'm calm.
Now I have to carry you to the car.
You kidding?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Keep your arms still.
Okay, still.
Not too calm.
Okay.
Oh, how lucky are we to still have some footage like that. But in all seriousness, we will recap those 3 simple steps. Step number 1, keep calm and still. Step number 2, apply the bandage. Not so tight that you cut off that circulation. Just use the same amount of pressure as you would on a sprained ankle or a wrist. And step 3, call an ambulance. Make sure your patient stays still and calm until it arrives, and always let that help come to you. Yeah, that's some great advice, Tiara. But I think it's about time we introduce some other animals into the Crop Museum. I think they look pretty keen to get out here, so I'll let Ange take it away.
Oh, thank you guys so much. It's so important to learn about our snakebite first aid. Now, here in Australia, we are home to a wide diversity of bird life. And if you're lucky, you might spot some birds that can swim and dive as deep as fish. And that's exactly how our cormorants, just like these two, catch their aquatic prey items. Now we've just been joined by Irwin and Scuba. Irwin, he's the larger of the two, and he's a graded cormorant, whereas the smaller two-tone coloration bird, she's a little white cormorant. And as you can see, they are perfectly designed for life here in the water. Now that's because they lack that water-resistant coating on their feathers that many other birds do possess. Now, with that black and waterproof coating, these birds can't take to the sky with wet feathers. So that's why you'll commonly see birds just like Albert here, with his wings outstretched, just as if he's shaking himself off to dry. Now, out of the scuba, there are 2 out of 5 species of cormorants that we're lucky to have here in Australia. So if you keep your eyes peeled, especially on your way home if you're going past that fanatic dam, you might be lucky enough to spot some out of the scuba's best mates. Now, from birds that dive deep in pursuit of their prey, to birds who prefer to wade within the shallows. Our next guest, he'll be making his grand entrance from just outside the Coliseum. Now, stunning locals of the north, they have a wingspan of up to 2 metres. Now, these birds do also fly at the highest heights. However, aerial prey is not their choice. These birds are well-equipped fishermen that stalk the shallows in search of a fresh catch. If you direct your eyes to just above the rooftop, we're about to be joined by our stunning flats next door. What a good boy, give it up for Dougie. So this here is Douglas, and he's a black-necked stork, or commonly known as a jabberoo. Now let's check him out as he does make his way to the water. Now, them long skinny legs, they might have looked funny in flight, but they do serve quite a good purpose. And that is to keep his body high and dry above the water, while he uses that sword sharp beak to stab out his food items. Now, food items, jabberoos are going to be going after are things like crustaceans, fish, eels, and even up north, juvenile saltwater crocodiles. Now, these birds do live in that saltwater crocodile territory. Being the size that they actually make their nests at the way top of trees. And their nests are huge. Now, if you could think of it, a crocodile does use a hunting technique, which is called tail walking, which will be demonstrated a little bit later in the show by our lovely croc team. Now, to stay out of that tail walking crocodile, that is why these birds do nest so up high in the tree. Now, my favourite fact about this species is they are actually sexually dimorphic. If you haven't heard that word before, basically what it means is you can tell the male and female apart just by looking at their eye colour. You can tell with Doug that he was a male, and that's because of their dark brown eyes, whereas if he was a female, he would have a vibrant yellow set of eyes. Now, we do have a resident pair named JJ and Juliet, and they're just down in our wetlands if you wanted to check out that sexual dimorphism for yourself. Now, all the birds that we have introduced to you in the Coliseum, they rely heavily on their waterways for survival. So let's keep our waterways clean and clear of pollution for the survival of these birds for many years to come.
Well, please put your hands together for Angie and our incredible sleep flight birds. This is the area here. All of our Australian native wildlife are some of the most unique and magnificent in the world, which is why Steve is so passionate about protecting them. The impact of human intervention on our wildlife has been exponential. Birds, land clearing, and even domestic pets are some of the biggest threats to our native wildlife. Steve established the Australian Zoo Wildlife Hospital and Rescue Unit in 2004 in his mother's memory to treat our sick and injured native wildlife. It is now one of the largest and the busiest purpose-built wildlife hospitals in the world, giving approximately 10,000 animals life-saving treatment per year. Our rescue unit is now on call to assist in the rescue of many Australian native animals, just like the beautiful birds flying above. Keeping all our animals safe is vital to the survival of their species and our ecosystem. So please be wary on our roads, especially at dawn and dusk, and don't forget to keep your pets inside at night. If you were to ever find a sick or injured animal,
That one have room house, yeah?
and never feed them. But
Magpie.
for all of our native wildlife, so ensure you enjoy and appreciate them from a distance. That's some great advice, Tiara. And I think it's about time that we let Steve show you why our wildlife is so special.
I feel that we can educate people about our wildlife and therefore protect them. Through education comes conservation about the importance and the significance of the little furry animals like kangaroos and koalas, but also the animals deemed dangerous like the large saltwater crocodiles, the venomous snakes, poisonous spiders, great white sharks. They're very important and integral creatures in our entire world. It's all about looking after the wildlife, about being thinking about the wildlife.
worldwide habitat loss is still the #1 threat facing the survival of all of our gorgeous wildlife. So let's make a difference today. Whoever you are, wherever you live, grow a native plant in your backyard. Sooner or later you can have some incredible native wildlife living in your place. All of our animals, they face the same threat. So as Steve said, the message is simple. Love and conserve our wildlife.
Well, now it's our turn. We can all be wildlife warriors.
Well, Tiara, this is leaving us just one thing left to do.
Let's do it.
Who wants to see the crocs?
13.5 feet long, weighing in at 300 kilograms. Your crocodile today is Casper.
You know, you for a treat today.
400.
Millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the earth, and you're about to meet one of these living fossils linked to those creatures from the past.
There are 27 species of crocodilians found around the world, from alligators to gorillas, from penguins to the true crocs. They are the world's most perfect and unchanged predator, surviving challenges and errors when many others have failed.
But the most impressive of all is Australia's apex predator, the animal that towers above all other species of reptile.
The saltwater crocodile grows to be the
Coming
largest
now.
and the most aggressive species of crocodilian on the planet. And you're about to see one in action in the world's only Crocoseum.
Now the perimeters are secure and Caspar is merrily making his way out on his own time. Now Steve designed the Crocoseum with crystal clear water to showcase the animal at the top of our chain. Now with Caspar's help, we're going to help bust a few croc myths and show you how to stay safe in croc territory.
Out in the wild, crocodiles use the murkiness of the water to camouflage themselves from their prey. Right now, we're going to reveal to you the true art of the crocodile. You're going to see for yourselves exactly how they hunt, stalk, and strike.
And now if you were to see the Crocoseum from an aerial perspective, not only would you see this beautiful blue pond, but there's also 7 croc ponds at the back here that has that system. Now, leading the team today, we have Chandler. Please make him feel welcome. It's the Australian Blue Croc team.
Thank you, everybody. My name's Chandler. Joining me out here today feeding Casper is Alec from our croc team as well. And you guys picked a good day to come in because we have Casper. Now, Casper, he's 1 in a million. He's actually leucistic, so he's a whole lot lighter colored than the traditional croc color you would see out in the wild or here around the zoo. He kind of looks almost completely yellow. So out in the wild, he would have been eaten from the time he hatched out. He would have stuck out like a sore thumb. When a croc hatches out, they're only about 7 inches long. So everything from fish, birds, you name it, let's see crocodiles when they're that little. However, Casper, he gets to live a happy life here at Australian Zoo with his cute spa. He has a beautiful wife named Wendy out the back. And he gets to spend his days trying to get the big piece of food out here feeding him and throwing a great demonstration for you guys. But what I want to do today is show you these natural hunting instincts that crocodiles will use out in the wild. First of all, to show you how awesome crocodiles are, because we absolutely love them, but we also want to show you guys how to stay safe in croc territory, because the best way to protect crocodiles is by keeping us humans safe. So Casper, he is slowly making his way out through the canal system right here, and you'll notice as he makes his way out, he's slowly and methodically plodding along the bottom, not even making a ripple. The one where Toby is over there, that's probably between knee and waist deep. Casper, who's probably between 12 and 13 foot crocodile, isn't even making a ripple. Crocs, they can also hold their breath for up to 8 hours at a time. So you can come down to a river up north, set up camp, have lunch, go for a fish all day and not see a crocodile. However, Casper could be lurking beneath the surface for 8 hours at a time, not even revealing himself. So what we're going to do today is rely on these natural hunting instincts Casper has and show you why you want to follow the rules we're going to tell you about today in croc territory. So rule number 1, It's pretty obvious one. Don't go swimming in croc territory. Casper, he can swim about as fast as a dolphin. You'll never outswim a crocodile. Rule number 2, I'm parading right now. I'm right down near the water's edge, and he can feel my footsteps. He can feel every little splash, and he's honing in on these vibrations. Even if this was deep, dark, murky water with no visibility, he can still pinpoint my exact location solely based off of vibrations. So whenever you're up north, coming down near the water's edge, you're sending out signals to crocodiles saying that there could be a potential prey item. Because they're waiting for feral pigs, wallabies, anything they can fit in their mouth to come down to the water's edge. Now, me being right here gets Casper really excited and a little bit grumpy. So now that he's all fired up, Alec, he's all yours.
Thanks, mate. What a stitch up. What a great boss. Thanks for that, Chandler. See if we can't get a strike out of Casper as he works his way in. One switch of that tail, Casper can go from the tip of his nose to the base of his tail. Come on, Casper. Is at a current stage now, we're playing a game called Come Closer. It's a fun game that you only play it once. Come on, Casper. With that tail still in the water, he can still put on a big hit. You know what, Casper, I think you can just Chandler on this. Could you just grab that?
I just volunteer for the show.
Yeah, audience participation. Anyone want to grab that? No takers?
It just takes a little flick. It's just right there.
Yeah, you can go and show yourself done. I reckon you can do that. No, he's thinking about it. Maybe not. Might see if we can reset him and see if we can't get another hit out of Casper. We are in winter now, so crops have slowed down a little bit, and he might actually just be absolutely loving that sun today.
Now this is interesting. So where Casper is right now, that's not the strike range of the crocodile. So they can strike out from the tip of their nose. There we go, Casper. Get up, Casper, everyone. Well done. Oh, no, cross again.
Casper. He's trying to get there with the world's largest.
There we go.
There it is. Good job, Casper.
There we go.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, two reasons. The first thing that you just said there is for food. The second thing that a crocodile typically strike out of water is to defend their territory. Male saltwater crocs can have a fairly large territory with multiple females in their habitat. And it needs to be big and strong in order to defend that, and that is the other way the crocs will defend their territory and strike out to grab something. So just be mindful. A lot of people think that they're out there trying to kill and get anything out of their territory. Not the case. They're just simply trying to defend their home, which is exactly that water. They're an aquatic-based predator, so they live and survive around that water's edge. Anything 4 or 5 meters back, they don't really care about, but right next to the water's edge, that is the danger zone for a crocodile. And see if we can't get a strike over on this creek section here with Chandler. There's not a whole lot of space, like we said before. They can go from the tip of their nose to their base of the tail. So if he wants to, he can probably just slam Chandler right into this fence, which is exactly for that stitch up Chandler you can do this next one.
Thanks, Al. It's really interesting. So you can see here, it's actually interesting. So Casper, he was sitting there in the sun, just kind of almost relaxing. We're only a few feet away from him over there, and he's not even trying to come get us all the way over there. But when I come all the way over here, meters away from him, and start touching his water, you can see that's when he starts reacting. Anywhere on the water's edge, out on land, we have the upper hand. In the water, he has the upper hand. Simple as that. They can strike out from the tip of their nose to the base of their tail in the blink of an eye. So the biggest crocodiles you'll find out in the wild, that's about 5 meters. 5 meters back from the water's edge, you'll be really safe for crocodiles. Now, let's see if Casper wants to put on another strike here. What do you reckon, Casper? So come on nice and slow. Casper does this thing where he comes out really slow, and then he decides to put on a burst of speed. So, very much ready to run away here. But, the reality is, out here on land, I'm walking backwards, quicker, and he's going forwards to come and get me. Quite comfortably. Well, not as comfortable as you can get from a crocodile, but I'm walking backwards quicker than he comes forwards to come and get me. And you can see once he's out, he knows the jig's up. He's not really putting in much effort because he has to drag that long tail, he has the short legs, that big belly. He's not designed for chasing things down on land, despite what a lot of people will tell you. Out on land, they're quite slow. We have the upper hand. In the water, they're really quick. Nice job, Casper. Give it up, Casper, everybody. Now, what I'm trying to show you guys here today are these natural hunting behaviors. This is exactly what Steve used to do back in the day, is rely on what they already know. We haven't had to teach our crocodiles any of this. They already know that they want to defend their water, defend their territory. They get excited when we get down close to the water because they know it's food time, just like we would out in the wild. Anything coming out to the water's edge, that means they get a free meal. So they absolutely love this. We have 7 crocodiles out the back, one for each day of the week. Every day, 1:15, they're lined up, waiting, hoping it's their turn to come out here. They love it, they have a good day, and we get to show you guys what they're capable of so that you can get a better understanding of how to live alongside them. Now, you've seen Casper do a few strikes around the water's edge. You've seen how he stalks up completely undetected to the water's edge. He has another technique up his sleeve for catching food, and it's a vertical strike called a tail walk. And it's really dangerous to show you guys, so how do you do it?
Thanks, man. There's a lot of stitch ups today. We'll take note of Casper as he comes to his Greek section again. He's got those scoops that run along his back, which create a current and a counter current. So he could be in shallow water, in this case knee-deep water, and you'd have absolutely no idea that Casper's there, especially if it was murky water. So really be mindful of that. But also this segment is what we call the tail walk, and it's not anything we've had to teach any of our crocs how to do. They know exactly how to do this from the day they hatch out of the egg. They're 15 centimetres long, and everything up in Northern Australia would love to eat a baby saltwater croc. So once they hatch out, they immediately go into the reeds and the mangroves to find cover and to hide away from those predators. And our tail walk, pretty much all the way up to Casper size and even larger, they start to get the head over the top of his ramp, and obviously that food item changes. So when they're small, they're eating things more like insects, little frogs that hang in the water. When they get to Casper size, they're able to eat things like flying foxes hanging out of their colonies, even birds flying over the surface of the water. So really, really mindful that crocs can do this vertical launch. And she's checking the ramps to see if it's stable. He's hoping that it'll fall in. I'm waiting for the dad that really figures out he's just got to walk around and he gets to silly zookeepers. Just missed that. Chandler, you might have to go swim for that one. Yeah, another one. See if we can't get another reaction into Casper. He's king for the tail of today. Want to come out into this deeper water. Now, luckily Steve did design this with crystal clear water so you can't see the art of the tail walk, and they plant their feet at the bottom of the pond and they literally walk. They put a big swish out of that tail, launch themselves vertically out of the water, just like that. Give it to Casper and body. Propel themselves out of the water vertically to grab themselves up to eat. So if you ever see a nice little tree up in Northern Australia, might look like a good place to fling your lure, read a book, get a post on Instagram. People have been taken by tail-walking crocs on the past. So please, do not overhang the water surface if you're ever up in croc country.
Too true. Alright, we'll say Casper up here for another strike. If he's up for it, I'm going to see if I can get him all the way out on land so you can see top speed of a crocodile out on land. Now, there are myths going around that crocs can run as fast as a horse. Those are just myths. For my sake, I really hope they're myths, standing in front of Casper. A lot of people tell you things like you have to do zigzags if you're ever chased by a crocodile. And that's just not true. The reality is, crocs are not designed for chasing you. They're designed for hanging right around the water's edge, just like he's doing. Crocs, they're incredibly smart. They know that trying to chase something out on land is not very energy efficient for them. However, in the water, it's a whole lot easier for them to maneuver those big heavy bodies and strike out the blink of an eye to grab something, drag it back into the water. Between those jaws, he has 3,500 PSI. Strongest bite force of any animal on the planet between those two jaws. It's way more than those machines that crush the car into a cube at the recycling plant. More pressure in those jaws than those giant machines that can squish the bar out. They decided to clamp on and not let go. They'll drag things back into the water, and that's when they know they have this prey on. Out here on land, perfectly safe though. Casper's just proving my point right here. If I back all the way right here, you can see I'm in no danger, and Casper knows that. He's not making any attempt to come out and get me. He's just showing you guys how easy crocodiles are to avoid, which is what we're trying to show you guys. We're trying to tell you the 3 rules of crop territory are don't go swimming, don't overhang the water like Alex showed us, and don't come down to the water's edge. As you can see, he feels my footsteps, he gets a little bit excited, he wants to check me out. However, if I step back here is where Alex is, I'm in no danger of getting grabbed by Casper. Now what that will do, that will protect us humans, but you're also protecting crocodiles. Because whenever an incident occurs, there are always calls for get rid of the crocodiles, call them out, exclusion zones, and that's just not the answer. It's about people management, not crocodile management. The reality is, if you remove a big crocodile like Casper's size, you actually increase crocodile activity, because you open up territory for all these younger males to move into and want to make that their new home now that the big crocodile is gone. So never get rid of all the crocodiles, so that's why it's up to us to learn to live alongside them and not the other way around. Now, Casper, he's really smart. He knows that we have a special treat for you guys today to get a lot of people into Australia Zoo, and it's called the death roll. Our crocodiles absolutely love this, and I think he's hanging out because he knows we have this lined up for him. He's trying to save some energy for this. So what we have here is a bit of fiddle thing tied to a rope. Now this was a technique Steve developed to simulate what would happen if a crocodile was able to have a successful hunt out in the wild, and show you guys the techniques they'll utilize to overpower the prey animals. He's probably set up some strikes, he's done some stalking. We're going to show you guys what would happen if he was successful in hunting. So I'll hang on to this rope and do my best impression of a feral pig stroking with a crocodile, and we'll see what methods he'll do to break this piece of meat off. Alex, I'll let you talk here.
No worries, yeah, get your hands a bit full that thing. Much different reaction from Casper knowing there's a big fella big at the end of that line. Immediate reaction, straight out, and instantly death roll from Casper. Not many people have seen the other side of a crocodile before, and Casper today has set the record for the amount of death rolls we've had, so hopefully he will demonstrate that again. But instantly you see, drags it right into the back of the water, instantly tries to disorientate, another death roll. The idea is that an animal gets confused, rolls itself off the feet, it can even head shake, drag it straight into the water. They obviously can't eat another death roll. They can't eat an entire big feral pig. They need to tear it off into chunks, and that is exactly how they do it. These big head shakes and the death roll combined, absolutely deadly combination of the two. And if anyone, another death roll, he is doing absolutely great today. Chandler is definitely getting his arm work out. See, he absolutely loves this as well. They love playing this type of water. It's a bit like with your dog. He's 500 kilos and wants to go around here to pointy end. And he's absolutely loving it. See if we can't get another one out of Casper. He's doing absolutely great. Big puff of air there. He's really showing how big he is, how strong he is. And it's exactly what he's designed for. Another death roll. He is absolutely killing it today. We might go for the cut here and he can get that big bit of meat. Absolutely awesome job. Give it up for Casper, everybody. Fantastic. Now he can't swallow that whole, he can't swallow a big animal hole, but he can swallow that, except he does have a backup facing tongue or even battle. So he actually has to lift his head right out of the water in order to throw it back. And hopefully he'll be able to demonstrate that. At the moment he's parading it around, see if he can't squish it back together. He's also going for that quail, so you can grab 2 for 1. This is completely natural. So now that he thinks he's overpowered that prey item, he's bringing it down to the bottom. He knows he has the longest breath hold of any air-breathing animal in the world. Holding his breath for up to 8 hours. He knows how to overpower these prey items. He's incredibly smart. Now, he actually loves this. It's like throwing a stick for your dog. You saw how excited we got when we brought it out. He loves this part of the demonstration. And now, it's like watching a dinosaur eat. It is so special. But what we wanted to achieve today is not to scare you guys by showing what it's capable of, but to show you an understanding of how they operate. Because a lot of people fear what they don't understand, They're not an easy sell as koalas and kangaroos that are cute and fluffy. They're scaly, they're massive, and they're apex predators, which makes them the most important animal in our northern waterways. So it's up to us.
He knows it's finished, the way he's going
They're
now.
Steve's favorite animal. He's passed that passion on to us. And we sure hope you leave today with, you don't have to love crocodiles, but we hope you leave today with an appreciation for their importance and just how awesome they are to have here in Australia. Thank you guys so much. Casper's going on. We'll take him out the back. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Finish.
My dad taught me from a very early age. Be at one with